Hi, I'm Mike Duval. Today we're going to AFE, Advanced Flow Engineering, to install their stainless Mach force exhaust system and their Stage 2 intake on this 2009 Chevy Duramax. Now before we do this, we're going to put on the dyno, get some base horsepower and torque numbers, and then afterwards we're going to run it again to see what our improvements are. So hold on to your hats, let's go get these parts installed and see what we can come up with. So how are we looking stock, Vince?
Stock horsepower was 267.0. Stock torque was 537.3.
Fantastic. All right, well, let's get the intake and exhaust on and see what we come up with some new numbers, eh?
Will do.
All right, look, thanks. Now, I know a little bit about these parts, but if you're like me, I know you want to know all about these parts. And fortunately, today, we've got AFE's marketing manager, Jason Bruce, here. And Jason's a wealth of information, so he'll fill us in on the details. Mike. Jason, how you doing?
To start off, we're going to be installing the Stage 2 air intake system for the LMM Duramax. What starts off with every intake is the filter. This filter shown here is the Pro 5R filter. It is a 5-layer progressive cotton gauze media. It's an oiled media, and the 5 layers progressively neck down and progress down into a finer weave, helping to increase filtration and also the velocity of the air. This particular filter has an inverted cone, which allows for much greater air flow, air velocity. The second part of this intake is the one-piece housing that basically houses the filter. This particular piece is one-piece stamped. It's all welded, powder-coated, so you don't have any issues with corrosion or any along those type of things. Most of our competitors use piece-together sheets that you have to put together manually. But some of the features, we use a PEM nut, welded PEM nuts here to make sure that the identification of the base or on the top is loaded correctly. You'll notice that it aerodynamically necks down. What that does is allows for the air to increase velocity, bringing in that high volume of air, making it go very fast into the turbo area, thus increasing the flow and the horsepower, improving the throttle response. We actually mount the tube to the housing. It's not a pass-through type design like most of our competitors. We also relocate the mass air sensor pad. What this allows to do is the mass air sensor to read the flow and the velocity of the air and eliminates opportunity for check engine lights that come up with some of our competitive units. We use soft urethane couplers on either end to help for motor shake when you have motor shake. This keeps everything intact. All of our tubes are mounted with the hose clamps, and on the urethane couplers we actually have hose clamp stops, so you don't have the clamp walk that you see with other competitive units. The last component of this intake is more of a decorative feature. It's a black powder-coated diamond top plate, so it adds a nice little bit of styling to the intake. The second component we're going to be installing today is a DPF back system, our Mach Force XP DPF back system. This particular exhaust system eliminates the use of the muffler. It goes straight from the DPF system back, so it is a 50-state legal application. It doesn't modify any smog componentry, so it's a 50-state legal product. With the one-piece over axle, gives you a nice clean installation. We've necked down the exhaust system to increase the gas velocity. What that does is creates a low pressure area here, so we've added these gun drill vents here that allows the exhaust to pull cold air into the system. For this particular kit, we have a polished 304 stainless steel tip that is a bolt-on.
I understand this is the owner's truck and you've got a special tip for him.
Yeah, actually we do. We have the brand new 6-inch large bore powder coated, or black ceramic coated tip, large bore, 4-inch inlet, 6-inch slash cut outlet, stainless steel badge, ceramic coating, black ceramic coating, good up to 12 to 1400 degrees.
All right, now the intake. First thing we're going to do is disconnect the mass air sensor wire. Next, we want to loosen the hose clamp holding the tube to the housing, and the housing itself just snaps out. And before you throw this away, we're going to be removing this mass airflow sensor. Always nice working on the boss's truck. Replacement air filter housing is going to go in. There's a tray below the air filter that's held on with some 10mm head bolts. I'm going to take those out. Housing just drops into place. If this was any easier, it'd install itself. Now we're ready to put the tube onto the housing. Filter. Cover for the housing. won't be needing this. The tube's a direct replacement, slips right into place. That's it. Penetrating oil make the removal a lot simpler. The factory tailpipes off. A whole lot of weight we don't need. Now you saw us take this out and do a slip connection here that we removed the tailpipe prior to the muffler. The only reason we were able to do that is the boys at AFE decided to treat me nice today, and they had pre-cut this and put a slip fit on there. Your factory unit is going to be a one-piece, fully attached, and you're going to have to actually cut this with a Sawzall. That'll be the fastest way to do the removal. And since you're not going to use it again, it's just scrap metal. Who cares? Okay, on this unit, the tailpipe's going to go in first because the intermediate pipe is made for multiple applications. You actually have to trim it to the proper size. Okay, once we've got the tailpipe all set in place, all we got to do is cinch up this clamp and put the tip on. Okay, last touch. Let's get the tip up there. When you put the tip on, be sure you don't cover the cooling vents on the tailpipe. Well, that's got it. Now we're ready to go to the dyno. All right, Vince, second dyno run. What's the good news?
Well, our new horsepower was at 286.5. Our new torque was at 592.4.
Wow, 20 horsepower, about 55 foot-pounds of torque. Very impressive. All right, very good. Well, thanks for your help, Vince.